I hope you had a good weekend. I'm Ethan Feller from Zacks Investment Research, and this is Momentum Mondays. As usual, we're going to take a look at the economic calendar and see the major market happenings of the week ahead. And then I'm going to take a look at the broad market, and then I'm going to show you a handful of stocks with top Zacks ranks and technical setups to take a look at. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. We have a few important events this week. Monday is light, none scheduled. But Tuesday we have CPI, Consumer Price Index, core CPI, year over year, month over month. Of course, these are extremely important data points for the Federal Reserve, for the broader economy. The last one came in a little bit hot, came in above expectations. But, in general, we're seeing some pretty steady disinflation in the market. As far as we can tell, we're getting a pretty good, we're getting the soft landing that the Fed was looking for. Also, last week we had a major employment data number, and the numbers came in really good. We had strong month-over-month additions to employment. Unemployment rate ticked up a little bit, so it was pretty much perfect. They want a slightly loosening employment figure, but still good hiring. It really was perfect. So this the soft landing continues to be, what we're looking for, and continues to be happening. Wednesday nothing. Then Thursday we get producer price index and the core version of that, as well as initial jobless claims. PPI is just another measure of change in prices, of inflation, and from the business side, really. So also it's an important number that goes into the calculus of Federal Reserve policy. We're seeing initial jobless claims starting to tick over 200,000. That's something we watch every week. So, we're starting to see a little bit softening in the labor market. And then Friday, you get a few secondary data points: manufacturing survey, import price index. So primary data watching is Tuesday morning and Thursday morning, and CPI is really it's very important. They really have to see this number come in good. That's pretty much it for the data ahead this week. Let's take a look at the broader market. All right. So sorry for that. The market, it just continues higher. Things are just pushing. Led by NVIDIA and, tech leaders. So, I say this every week, but, maybe we get this correction sometime, maybe this week. We got kind of like this. It's kind of like a slightly bearish flag. It's sort of upward trending. We got a line here, watch this level below. So let's say 50.80. So, there's going to be a correction one day. I don't know when it is. It probably won't be too terrible, but there will be a pullback. People will get scared, and it'll probably be a fantastic buying opportunity. But, this is the major level. You would expect it to maybe pull back to 4,800. 5,000 would be the first level. So, there's some seasonal weakness in March. That's really all the bears have going for them, and that this is just a stretched market, and it seems the breadth is getting a bit concentrated. NVIDIA is kind of, the major thing holding up this market. Not the only thing holding up this market, but it's really an important part of it. All right. Bitcoin, just new all-time highs just this morning, 72,000. Pretty incredible. Also last week we saw gold made new all-time highs, almost the same day as Bitcoin. Kind of an interesting development. It's interesting to see. Some, people usually buy gold in terms of periods of uncertainty, so it's kind of interesting to see it during a period of such strong market. Very quickly, I wanted to go over Magnificent Seven. I did a whole write-up on it, and it's interesting how you're seeing some differences in strength. So on this top Zacks rank right now, we have Meta, very strong. Amazon, another strong name. I'm not covering this one today, but it's got a pretty good looking bull flag here of 178.30. and NVIDIA. Okay. Also, I'm glad I brought this up. So those are the only three of Magnificent Seven that are Zacks ranks ones, and they're really leading the market, very strong. I'm going to compare with the other ones, but this is also kind of a harbinger of, who knows what's coming. This is a big reversal, bearish engulfing candle, engulfed 2 days. I mean, look, we're NVIDIA corrected from 3 days lower, but this could be a signal. Maybe some corrective action, some sideways action. Most important market leader, NVIDIA, now a $2 trillion company. So, this is something to watch. Okay, but I digress. We're looking at Mag 7. Okay, we got Apple weak, much weaker. Google also pretty weak. Not as strong as the other three. Microsoft is still holding up pretty good. That actually looks like a bull flag to me. But none of these are Zacks ranks ones. And just look at this. Tesla. Oh my God, it looks terrible. So there's an interesting, varying performances across the Magnificent Seven. And I think it's cool that, Zacks rank, it highlights the good ones. And Amazon, Meta Platforms, NVIDIA, they're the winners of the Mag 7, and they're the ones sitting on the Zacks rank. So I just thought that was cool to highlight. There's a special report that I wrote going out over the next couple of weeks, so maybe you'll catch that. It'll eventually be a promo, so yeah, you should sign up for the promo link in the description. All right, so let's get into the trading setups. First things first, we got Netflix sitting on the top Zacks rank, and we got good earnings per share, growth forecasts over 20%. 35 times forward earnings, it's high, but for Netflix, it's not. It's actually, one of the lowest it's been in a long time for Netflix. And, it like the other, maybe this one should be on the Mag 7 because Netflix is just killing it right now. Done really well since those lows. God, look at that. $170 to $600 since the lows in 2022. And now you got a bull flag here. Okay. If we break out above 615, I think you'll see this thing get going again. It's a leader. It's got upward trending earnings revisions. Netflix, keep your eye on it. Okay, the next one is Ecolab. This is a water sanitation company. It's got the top Zacks rank, upward trending earnings revisions. Pretty good earnings per share forecasts. It's a little bit higher, a little bit low for this premium valuation, but it's one of these. If you maintain and you clean water resources, you're really important. And I guess sometimes people are willing to pay up for these kinds of companies. It's not very high in the industry rank or the sector rank, but nonetheless, it's got upward trending earnings revisions, so it's going to be an industry leader. All right, let's take a look at Ecolab. And yeah, it's got a super tight little bull flag right here. So, above let's just round up 226, and that'll be a clean breakup. These setups are nice because, it doesn't break out and it breaks down, then, avoid it. So if it goes below 222, then, wait, maybe it goes below 222, reverses that same day, that could be a good setup. Then you can catch sort of the bottom of it as it breaks out. But if you get it close below 222, maybe you wait for another opportunity. This one's really barely inched down since November, but nonetheless, you can't avoid these really good, nice, very compressed bull flag setups. All right, the next one I'm super excited about, Block, formerly Square. Digital payments, fintech company. They got the kiosks at brick and mortar stores. They've got Cash App. They're kind of like a crypto brokerage too. And it's just become a hated stock. And, I understand that the the digital payments space is extremely competitive. You got all the big tech players in it, but I think these numbers speak for themselves. I wrote a brief article on this last week you can check out too. but I really like this stock. I mean, people have just forgotten about it. All right. So it's got Zacks rank 1. The earnings revision trend has just snapped a lot higher over the last few weeks. Okay, look at this. Forward earnings multiple, 27.4, and earnings per share growth forecasts for the next 3 to 5 years, 28%. Okay, it's got a PEG ratio below 1. People forgot about this. People are sleeping on this stock. So let's take a look at the stock. And it's got a really nice trading setup. Okay. Oh shoot. All right. So we got this bigger consolidation, it didn't follow the rest of tech. And that's why people kind of forgot about it. Right. I mean, tech looked like this last, in 2022, at the end of 2022, and it's since, back in this area. All right. Square got left behind, or excuse me, Block. But I think, the tides have really turned. This is like a, value opportunity. It's still got incredible earnings growth forecasts, and it's breaking out of this, it's kind of like Head and Shoulders or just like a complex bottom, sort of like a stage 1 breakout. And you got a tighter bull flag here to measure it off of, and, above 81, if we get above Friday's high, above $82 here, I think this thing could be a big runner over the next few months. Contrarian, forgot about beating down digital payments processor. So definitely keep an eye on Block. New addition to Zacks rank. So I really think this is an exciting play. Okay, and finally, going back to this one, Cardinal Health. I like to highlight these healthcare ones as we get the defensive advantages of healthcare stocks, and Cardinal Health has been doing really well. 14% annual earnings growth forecasts, forward earnings multiple of 15.8 times. It's got a dividend, 1.7%. This is the biggest healthcare goods distributor in the country. It's like a pretty important part of the healthcare infrastructure in the United States, and they have a pharma arm. So just a beast of a company. They do like 100 billion in sales quarterly, something crazy like that. And it's got really good relative strength. It's pushing up much stronger than the market. You see the market has been, take a quick look. It's kind of trading sideways over the last 2 sessions. It's not quite ripping higher, although it did make an all-time high on Friday or reverse, but still, this is just clearly has a stronger trend. And all right, so when we highlighted it, we had broken out from this flag right here, and it saw continuation. Now we have another consolidation. And, it looks like Friday we kind of broke out, but, above, say, 115.50 will be, another breakout. So, if you're looking for a defensive stock, check out Cardinal Health. And definitely just go through the Zacks rank, and there's just always good picks there. All right, that's it for the stock picks. That's it for today, folks. Hope you found this valuable and entertaining. Tune in next week for the next edition of Momentum Mondays. And if you want more from Zacks, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel, or click the link below, or go to zacks.com/promo. Thanks. Have a good one.